Hey guys, we had some technical difficulties. Nothing like technology, right, Megan?
That's right, especially on a rainy day.
On a rainy day, yeah. I'm sure it's the rain that made it backfire on us, but we were not able to get Susan hooked up. So Susan and I are going to be sharing our space, but we're also going to be socially distanced. So I'm going to talk for just a couple minutes, and then we're going to welcome Susan Holcraft, who is the third of our three amigos, but she's going to talk today about the museum. So first, Megan, let's talk about a couple of the things that we have going on right now. Yesterday was the first farmers market, and in farmers market fashion, it rained a lot, but it was still a great market. I got some tomatoes, and I had a tomato and basil salad last night that was so good. So remember, folks, our farmers market is every Wednesday, 3:30 to 7 at 105 College Street. We've got some great farmers there. And then we also have got our senior showcase. Megan, tell us about that.
Yeah, so that's still going on, and we are showcasing our seniors thanks to Tal Plumley at Farm Bureau Insurance on the Lamar billboard here in town, as well as on Facebook, and as well on our LED sign out front of the chamber. So make sure you stop by. You will be receiving an email when it's time for your senior to go up on the billboard. So make sure you keep refreshing your email, checking for that, and we will send you the dates that we will have your senior showcase. So it's been a great response.
Yeah, and if you've got a senior that we haven't featured or you haven't sent in, you can send us your graduate, college or high school to seniors@whitehousechamber.org. And then we're super excited that White House is opening back up. All the stays, or a majority of the stays, have been lifted, and our businesses are open back up at 50% or full capacity. And so we want to highlight some of those businesses. So Megan is going to tell you about those before Susan comes on.
Yeah, so I have been out this morning delivering these ribbons. As you can see below, we have Chris White, Extreme Martial Arts, Gerald, Union Road Self Storage, Ink and Screen, Studio 76, and Tiny Talls. So if you are interested in grabbing a ribbon, let us know so we can celebrate your reopening and get that information out for you guys. And we will be able to, snap a picture like the ones below, and then we will post it to our social media with your new hours and things like that. So make sure you reach out to us to let us know if you'd like a ribbon. So now, with further ado, welcome Susan!
Hi, Megan.
Your name's wrong on there, but that is okay. That is fine. There we go.
Oh, guys, thank you. That's
Did you get your hair cut, Susan?
I did.
It looks great compared to mine. It looks good.
Thank you.
Well, we're so excited to have you as a part of our show today. I know you're a little nervous, but it's going to be so great. And you're here to talk about White House History Wednesday. That happens, obviously, every Wednesday. And tell us a little bit about, let me go to here. Hang on. Tell us a little bit about what White House History Wednesday is.
Okay. White House with History Wednesday, of course, comes out every Wednesday. It's posted on the city page, and then the chamber also shares it onto that page. We have information about the city. I've been going through the different times in history and the different events in history that occurred here in the city, like Tyree Springs. I talked about that. I talked about the incorporation of the city. I have talked about the building we're in right now. So just each episode is something new about the city and what you can learn for those of you who live there and those who don't.
I was telling Susan, I have learned so much about the city itself through these videos. So I'm excited. So when the museum reopens and you know, Susan's out at lunch, and someone comes in, I'll be like, hey, I know what that is. I can talk to you about it. So Susan's done a great job putting all those together and all the information. And if you have not seen them yet, like she said, they are on the city Facebook page. And then we also share them to our page. So give us a little preview of what you're thinking about for next week, what you're going to try to highlight next week for White House History Wednesday.
Well, next week, I am going to talk about one of the first banks, or the first bank, I should say, that was here in White House. So
I'll have that out there on Wednesday, and I hope y'all look forward to that. It's going to be short and sweet.
That's probably one of my favorite parts of the museum, is in the very back. Susan, like she said, she highlighted the pharmacy this past Wednesday, but there's like different little, what would you say, like not cubbies, but like
cubbies, sections. They're walled off, and each little portion partitioned off. How about that? Into each little display. And so we have the pharmacy, like what we talked about last week, and this week we'll be talking about the bank, which is one of those little partitions. And I'm looking forward for y'all to see that. I have many others planned. I have a list of ones I'm going to feature, different items or different events and things that happen throughout. So we will continue on Wednesday with these. And I'd like to thank Megan. You've been very helpful with helping me put these together. She has added in the pictures for me and the little sounds and stuff that I request. She's been very helpful with me in producing these.
Well, I enjoy doing it. And like I said, I've learned so much. Yes. Now, when the museum, go ahead.
I was going to say that on a couple of them, I have highlighted our 50th celebration. When I talked about the incorporation of the city, I highlighted our 50th celebration, which is coming up next year. And so I'm looking for pictures from citizens over the next, or from the past 50 years, so that we can incorporate them into the celebration for the different places we're going to feature those throughout the city. So I really am looking for those to be sent in. I don't know if I didn't tell you about that, Megan, so you probably don't have the address, the email address, but it is photos@cityofwhitehouse.com. And that would be great to get pictures from the last 50 years, maybe the buildings. I don't know if y'all saw on Facebook the film that someone had made that showed White House 20 years ago going down 76. That was an awesome, and of course I have saved that. And so those are the types of things I'm looking for. It does not have to be a video. It can be pictures. It can be newspaper clippings. There's a lot of opportunities that we have to show off our city and the past 50 years. When y'all send it, if you'll be sure you put a description, a date if possible, any names of people that are in the picture, so that we can have all that information when we are showing those pictures and videos or newspaper clippings, whatever they may be.
Right. And it's going to be a great event. Yes. When that time comes. So hopefully everything will be reopened and we'll be able to celebrate. But make sure you guys send that over to Susan for the 50th anniversary. And then a couple weeks ago, or last week, I believe, we were talking, the video that Susan did for White House History Wednesday was talking about, pandemics and COVID and things like that. And I know that you mentioned at the end of the video, if anybody's keeping a diary or some sort of information about this time, you would like a copy of those to, display in the museum at some point. So tell us a little bit about that as well.
Right. Yes. I'm always looking for history around the city. Yeah. This is a big event that's happening with us. It's a struggle, and we need to document it. It'll be great to have it. I don't know what kind of form I'll put it in. We could put it into a book if we have videos. I do have a TV up. I could have a series where we show that, and it just to have that preserved for us now and to look at in a couple years from now or later on down the road, or for the people that could come into the city and move into the city, for them to see how we handled that, because wherever they were handling it as well. So to see how our city handled it and what it looked like around here, that would be great to get that kind of information.
Awesome.
I also have another event I'd like to talk about, Megan.
Of course. Go ahead, Susan.
In October, Harvest Moon is in October. I want to say October the 10th, but I should have looked the date up before I came online. The museum is also going to participate in Harvest Moon with a historic event. We're going to have some reenactors. I'm going to have some goat milking inside. I'm going to have a person on the spinning wheel. And so there's going to be different activities and different events going along with Harvest Moon that are actually going to be over here at the museum. So when you visit Harvest Moon, also come over and visit our event and see what all we have going on. So we're looking forward to that. That's in the progress of being put together right now, and very excited about that event. Again, that's in October. So hopefully things will be good by then.
Hopefully, and that's exciting about goat milking. Well, just to wrap things up, tell us a little bit about, when things get back to normal and the museum opens. I know you're open for, school groups to come in or to do tours, and you have scavenger hunts. And if you want to talk a little bit how people can call and schedule those and what all you offer at the museum, that would be good.
That's great. Yes. When we're open and ready for business, which I hope is very soon, I have a lot of people that walk in. I mean, you can come in any day, Monday through Thursday between 9 and 4, and come on in and take a look. You can look on your own, or if you'd like for me to walk through with you and give you a guided tour, that's also available. Either way is perfectly fine with me. I also do schedule groups if you're going to be a larger group. Right now, of course, we don't know what our group sizes are going to look like, but you can give us a call. The chamber number, which I also answer, is 615-672-3937. I don't know if you can get that up there for me, Megan, or not, but I can schedule a tour. I can take, even if you need to do it after hours, I can look at that, and that's always a possibility. I've had Girl Scouts come through and earn part of their badge, touring the city and learning about the city they live in. So there's opportunities for Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. Also, school groups. I have had a homeschool group come through, and who knows what school year is going to look like. We might be needing to do more small tours and come through and learn about the city. I've had senior centers bring their groups and come through and learn. I've even had them come through and have donated items and told me about the items that they have brought into the museum that are on display. So I'm always ready to give you a tour or let you open it up yourself and take a look around. So
yeah, I remember I think it was last year or a couple of months ago when it was really cool seeing a student from one of the local schools come in who was doing a project, and he gathered information from things in the museum, and you got to help him. It was really cool that he went to the library as well, but that he came to the museum and got that information. So that's always open for people to come in. It's free admission.
Free admission.
Yes, it's free to come and visit. And yeah, do you got anything else?
No, I just want everyone to come and see me and spend some time, ask me some questions, or take a look around on their own. So just call me anytime if you need to schedule outside of the hours, or if inside of the hours you're going to have a larger group. It would be nice that you go ahead and give us a call so that I can be prepared and have something for you, whether it be, if it's a young group, a scavenger hunt. Sometimes the older groups like to do the scavenger hunt as well, or making a yarn doll. We can always figure something out if we need to have an activity along with our tour.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today, Susan, as the museum director.
Thank you.
So it was great seeing you. I'll pop you off here in a second. So thank you for joining us, everybody. Again, make sure you check out White House History Wednesdays on our Facebook page, as well as the city's page, every Wednesday to learn more about our great city. And that is all for today. Thank you for joining us. And at the White House Area Chamber of Commerce, we invite you to discover White House.